origins.
Talk about it.
No, there's a reason why. I'll tell you after you tell me. What are your ethnic origins?
Okay, so my mom's side is Black mixed with Indian and a little white. Like my great grandfather, his grandfather was a Confederate soldier from Kentucky. So, but my mom is Indian, like dark. She's browner than you. All my aunties, they brown. I'm Black. I grew up collard greens, soul food. People think I speak Spanish because my dad is Spanish, but I didn't grow up with him, so I don't speak a lick. I can tell you I don't like that. I can curse you out. I can say left, right, and that's it.
The reason why I ask is I'm wondering, have you ever thought about taking your music to the Latin community? And I mean Latin America.
I don't even speak Spanish. Like I could barely even understand it.
Get this. I didn't speak a word of French, and I went to Paris at 22. I was fine.
Lord, how long did it take you to learn?
I was there 6 months as a model. I started to make headway at month 4. But see, I live with mental illness, bipolar type 1, PTSD, and acute anxiety. So I was really stressed. It was too much work. So I spent the last 2 months in the hospital. But I'm saying this because you can play to the markets. One thing I loved about the French with what they told me was, and what I see even in the Latin communities is, yes, they speak Spanish. You can learn it. There's different apps out that you can learn Spanish, this, that, and the other. But they respect American artists. You don't have to speak Spanish to go and perform and share art, and they will embrace you. What I'm trying to get at is, we try, the world is bigger than Atlanta, LA, these music hubs, Detroit, Motown, it's bigger than that.
Yeah, a lot of those labels are overseas as well. Like my friend, he was signed in the early 90s, but he was signed to Arista Europe.
Yeah.
Not the Arista that Whitney Houston was signed to here in New York.
Right.
But he had an actual album out on the shelves in Europe. So I'm like, this is cool. So yeah, I know. I just got my passport. I was supposed to go to London for my birthday, but it got canceled because of COVID. So
yeah, don't worry. London will be there after COVID.
Yes, that passport is going to be stamped and booked wherever I'm going.
No, so my thing is this: do you still have a desire to be with a major label?
It depends what the major label is offering me, because I know I'm worth something.
Okay.
Because I know if I build this buzz by myself, like I have a few shout outs here and there and some people that support me, but I really had to build, like T.S. Madison, I spoke to her years before I actually met her. Like I was in the DMs. Big Frida too. Everybody DM.
I saw Frida on your page too. That's okay when you said Big Frida. Yeah. That's okay when you said Big Frida, your phone caught the Holy Ghost. It's okay. We love her. It's okay when you said Big Frida, your phone caught the Holy Ghost.
I harassed everybody for a very long time, and that's why I tell people, I'm like, do not be afraid to hit that DM button. That proud shit is not gonna get you nowhere.
I'm in everybody's DMs too.
Yeah, me too. I'll DM anybody. What's up? Check me out. I think you'd like it. Yada yada yada. And I learned to be like that. Like even when people, like the obsessive crazy people, are sending me weird X-rated stuff in my DMs.
Yeah, I get that too.
Here goes my Google. Here goes my Apple Music. Here goes some stuff like right. Yeah, I try to keep it business. Even no matter. That's why it makes it uncomfortable for me, because I'm like, yeah, I know I was happening. I get it. But we all got these dating apps and all this stuff. Go on there and look at a naked man, or get on like X-rated site and go look at it. It's cool, I know, but that's not what I'm giving. You gotta go on Twitter. I'm not doing that. Even on my Twitter, like I'm just a regular gay guy.
Listen.
Old school.
Listen. I don't ever want to hear you apologize for your beauty again.
I appreciate it.
I learned a lot being in the fashion community. You can make an entire living off of the way you look. There are millions of women and men who do it every year. So why should you apologize when you have people that speak all kinds of different languages, and she's 5'11" and blonde and blue hair, blue eyes, and smile, and she has millions of dollars. You can do it off of the way you look.
I'm trying to preserve it. I'm like, look, this is for decades, baby. Like, I'm trying to like.
It only gets better. It only gets better.
So.
Listen. I just interviewed a famous international model. His name is Dionisio Heiderscheid, and he is 47, and he's been modeling. Let me tell you how long he's been modeling. I asked him for the interview, slid in his DMs, asked him for the interview because I was a young, like I want to say 12, 13, looking at him in the international male underwear catalogs.
You little freaking dinky.
See, you and me, we're gonna get along. No, but yeah, so now he's grown, now I'm grown, and I told him where I found him at.
Come on now, you better remember where you found him at.
I do that all the time. Like, and that's what people don't understand. Like, my mind, I got a good memory. I'm a sage, so I got a good memory. So I'm like, I saw you here, and now I'm talking to you because now I'm somebody. I'm talking to you now. That's what I like. What you said about never be afraid to approach. I tell myself sometimes I get people that say, "Okay, the DMs, can you like chill with that?" And I'm like, "Sure," and I remove them from my list. I'm like, "Oh, that's it." And I'm like, "Don't come back to me when I'm popping and you see this is any other." No. But for the most part, I learned that you had to be okay with being annoying.
Me too. That's me. Like, but the thing is, being annoying versus, like, you gotta understand, some of these people have thousands of DMs.
Yeah.
You DM Cardi B, but the thing is, what I do know.
No, I ain't gonna DM Cardi. Cardi got too many. He got millions.
I do know this, that most people, even like people with couple million followers, I know because I've hit a couple of people that have a couple million followers, and my messages do reach. Yep. So like sometimes like bullshit, you didn't get my fucking message because I know you got it. Yeah. Yeah, like so like.
We all look at social media. We all look at our DMs. Trust me.
Come on now.
See, the one thing that people don't want to admit about social media is it is a one-stop shop for everything. Sex, fun, music, whatever, modeling, like everything. Yeah. It's all in the DM. So you literally, when you feeling a little freaky, you could take the first 3.
I think you're cute. What's up?
Right. It's all there. That's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of social media.
I'm such an old fuddy-duddy though, because I'm like, I'm so old school. I'm like, I used to write my phone number down on a napkin in the club. Like, so like this shit right here, like, it's so like, tell you the truth, I met my husband on Jack the month it was created. Okay?
Wow.
And I was married throughout the whole wave of Jacked. The whole entire wave. Wow. So my husband passed of cancer in 2015. I got back on Jack because I had a little faith.
Stevia.
I had a lot of losses in the last, between friends. Cancer took a lot of my friends and family. COVID took a few. It's been a rough, but the thing is, I'm super blessed. That's why I told you I'm grateful for everything. Like,
well, they never really leave you. They just cross over and become the people that help guide.
Yeah. So, but that's where a lot of my strength, that's where that Young Prince album comes out. Like, a lot of that stuff I said on my Young Prince album is to do with my actual life. Like, I talk about my husband passing from cancer. Right. I talked about my ex-girlfriend passing from COVID, but I didn't say COVID. I just talked about trans women. That song, if you ever get a chance to listen to my Indigo Chanel #5, it's super like slick. One of my favorite. Everything else is like really fast, kind of club bangers, but Indigo Chanel #5 is like a letter to my ex Indigo who passed, and it's like just talking about, because I think dating, when I was dating, I think anybody in their 20s, if you try to act like y'all want to be married and shit like that, you're very young and you don't know if it's going to be for another 3 years, another 4 years, if y'all even make another 20 years, but it's your 20s. If you make it past your 20s into your 30s, you might be lucky, but that's the 20s is the frisky stage. You want to touch everything, you want to see everything, you want hurt, you want to deceive. That's where it's usually going to happen in the 20s. So somebody say they 20 something, I'd be like, oh baby.
He said, oh baby, come back to me in 10 years. No.